Welcome to DMSI Staffing. We are a temporary staffing agency contracted through Ross to provide temporary associates to work at the Ross facility. The staffing manager for DMSI is Charles Borman. Your supervisor will be introduced to you upon your arrival. You have been hired to work at the Ross Southeast Distribution Center. The general manager of this DC is Jeff Young. Ross is an off-price retailer offering first-quality, in-season brand-name apparel, footwear, and home decor. Ross has more than 800 stores throughout the U.S. and Guam. In this video, we will cover the following topics: Introduction, Company Overview, Blue Chip, Production Standards. The following orientation will guide you through the policy and procedures for the facility. Entrance. Everyone must enter and exit through the front entrance and go through the metal detectors. Place all your belongings on the table before going through the metal detector. Everything you bring into this building will be inspected. All items will be searched, including backpacks, portfolios, tote bags, and lunch bags. If you are bringing gifts or other property, you must get a property pass before going out on the floor, or it will be confiscated. Please refrain from bringing non-essential belongings into the facility. When beginning your shift or ending your shift, please avoid blocking the main entrance. Smoking is not permitted in this area. Name badge. Badges must be worn at all times throughout the facility. You must first scan your badge on the turnstile. If you lose your badge or leave it at home, you can get a new one from a loss prevention agent. However, you may be charged a fee for it. Since loss prevention cannot issue any badges until 15 minutes after the shift change is over, when this occurs, it will cause you to be tardy. Avoid losing your badge and always remember to bring it to work each day. Clocking in and out. You will be clocking in and out with your badge at your work area. Do not clock in more than 5 minutes before your shift starts. The same applies when your shift ends. Do not clock out more than 5 minutes after your shift ends. Do not clock in for another associate or allow another associate to use your time card. Signing in and out. In addition to clocking in and out, you will be responsible for signing in and out on the DMSI timesheet located in your department. Lunch break. Every day you will get one paid 30-minute break. You must clock out and clock back in when returning to work. Since you get paid for your lunch break, you are not allowed to leave the building at any time unless you are going home. Attendance. Although the Ross SEDC typically follows a 5-day work schedule, there are times when you will be required to work some Saturdays if the facility is open. We expect every associate to report to work on a reliable and punctual basis. Absenteeism, early departures from work, and late arrivals burden fellow associates and the company. In your first 90 days, you will have up to 4 occasions. After your 90-day probation period, you will have up to 10 occasions in a period of 12 months from the day you were hired. An occasion is defined as any day away from work. Arriving to work late or leaving work early will count as half an occasion. If for some reason you cannot make it to work, you must call the sick line number, which is located on the back of your badge. When you make the call, make sure you speak clearly, state your name, badge number, and the reason for being out or late. Non-harassment policy. Ross prohibits harassment because of race, color, national origin, ancestry, religion, creed, physical or mental disability, marital status, medical condition, gender, sexual orientation, age, or any other type protected federal, state, or local law. Sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is not tolerated, such as visual harassment, derogatory cartoons, computer screens, posters and drawings, physical harassment, touching, pinching, blocking normal movement, environmental, sexual jokes, gestures, leering, and flirtations. Workplace violence. Workplace violence will not be allowed. Threats or acts of physical harm or aggressive behavior, intentional destruction or threat of company property, harassing or threatening phone calls, surveillance or stalking. Prohibited acts. Prohibited acts that can result in termination, such as possession, use, or being under the influence of alcohol or illegal drugs during work hours, driving company equipment under the influence of alcohol or illegal drugs, distributing, selling, manufacturing, purchasing, or consuming illegal drugs during working hours, falsifying information, removing or borrowing any company property from building, failure or refusal to follow instructions given by a supervisor or any manager, fighting on company property, gambling on company property, dishonesty or fraudulent acts. Safety. Report all accidents immediately to the supervisor manager and to a DMSI representative, even if it's a minor accident. Drug screens after accidents will be required. Horseplay is forbidden. Pick it up, don't pass it up. Keep work areas neat and orderly, and wear the proper clothing and shoes for the job. Dress code. For your safety, the following dress code must be adhered to every day you are in this facility. No oversized baggy shirts and pants. No tank, tube, backless, strapless, halter, or spaghetti strap tops, low-cut blouses, or see-through materials. Shorts, dresses, or skirts cannot be above the knee. No sunglasses, no do-rags, no inappropriate language, logos, or symbols on clothing. All shoes must be closed-toe and closed-heel. Shoes or boots must be flat and without heels. Appropriate undergarments must be worn at all times. No hoop earrings or earrings hanging below earlobe. Must be of the stud type variety. No loose or hanging jewelry is permitted. The distribution center's dress standards are intended to be a set of guidelines. Ross Stores reserves the right to determine the appropriateness of associates' attire and or whether or not clothing may present a safety hazard. Cafeteria. Ross provides 3 cafeterias for the associates. Each one is supplied with vending machines, cubbies for your lunch bags, and microwaves to warm your food. Solicitation and distribution of literature policy. No soliciting associates during working hours, and no distributing or circulating any written or printed materials in work areas at any time, such as business cards, flyers, or catalogs. Smoking policy. Ross Stores is a no smoking and smokeless tobacco environment. Designated area for smoking is located outside the cafeteria. Telephone. Personal phone calls can be made on the payphones located in the lobby. Associates must make personal calls during their lunch period. No cell phone usage on the floor of the DC. Keep your cell phone off or on silent and in your pocket, and do not check your messages. It could lead to termination. iPods, MP3 players, cameras, and radios are not allowed in the building. Blue Chip. Blue Chip is an incentive bonus program intended to compensate the volume of work standard and accuracy. Bonus starts payout at 80% of standard as long as accuracy meets 98% requirement. The higher your Blue Chip performance, the better your potential to convert to Ross. Production standards are the foundation of the Blue Chip program. Best methods are established for each job that can be measured. You will receive Best Methods training and coaching during your first 4 weeks of employment. Parking lot. No loud music is permitted in the parking lot. No double parking or speeding. Always follow the flow and signs of traffic. Come prepared to work every day. Bring a pen and your badge daily. Leave your personal belongings such as purses or any valuables in your car, as we will not be responsible for any lost or stolen property brought into the facility. Always lock your car. Payday. DMSI pays on a weekly basis each Friday. Check distribution will take place at the cafeteria during break or after your shift ends. To receive your check, you must have a picture ID, no exceptions. We will not give your check to another individual unless that person has a signed written permission. Friday is the official payday, but if you work on second and third shift, you may be able to pick up your check on Thursday. In the event the facility is closed, then you will have to pick it up on Friday. Any deviation from the payroll distribution schedule will be posted on the cafeteria doors. Rules of conduct. Be polite and courteous to everyone you encounter. Inappropriate language and behavior will not be tolerated and could result in your termination. Food and drinks are not permitted on the DC floor. Only water is allowed, and it must be in a clear plastic bottle. In this facility, there are many forklifts being operated. Listen for their horns and always be on the watch for them. Make yourself aware of your surroundings to avoid injury. Fire extinguisher. Types of fires. Class A, wood, paper, cloth, trash. Class B, flammable liquids, oil, gas, and grease. Class C, electrical. Class D, combustible metals. Operation of an extinguisher. Remember, pass. P, pull the pin. A, aim the nozzle at the base of the fire. S, squeeze the handle. S, sweep from side to side. The pass method will work on all types of extinguishers. Thank you. Fire prevention, it's your responsibility. Lockout, tagout. Immediately recognize lockout, tagout devices. Recognize when a lockout, tagout procedure is in use. Know what to look for. Know not to disturb lockout, tagout devices. Whenever there is a lockout or tagout device in place on an energy isolating device, you are to leave it alone. Do not attempt to operate the equipment. Know the danger of violating lockout, tagout procedures. Never operate a piece of equipment that has been locked out, tagged out. Never remove a danger or caution tag from a piece of equipment. Doing so could result in death or serious injuries, or damage or destroy equipment. Emergency stop, e-stop, related safety. Never reset an activated e-stop prior to verifying why the e-stop was initiated. Someone may be caught in a piece of equipment. A piece of equipment may be malfunctioning. Never use an e-stop as a means to just start and stop equipment. E-stops should only be used in emergency situations.